Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 8. I can't believe it, but we've reached the middle of the semester. It seems like yesterday when we reviewed the syllabus on the first day of class. But here we are. Not only does this week mark the middle of the semester, but it also marks the second grace period in our course. During this week, you may submit past due assignments for weeks 4 through 7 without penalty until the end of the day on October 22nd. This week also marks the end of Module 3, Technology and Society, and the beginning of another, Module 4, Oral History. Although this is a new module and the last module of our course, it takes us back to the personal examination of Module 2, Language and Identity, because oral history is a form of history that attempts to preserve the personal, private experiences of historical events. So, in a sense, the course modules have moved from the inner, the personal account of your relationship with language, to the outer, your persuasive argumentative essay on a social, cultural issue. And now the last module of our course will blend both the inner and outer, the personal and objective, the micro and macro perspectives of history with a family oral history project. With that said, all the work from this week up until week 14 will focus on the big project of our course, the Family Oral History Project. Before doing anything for this week, please review the instructions for this project in the Week 8 assignments folder. Review them very carefully. Since the project is lengthy, spanning 7 weeks, the instructions are rather long and are contained in a separate folder, as you can see, within the Week 8 assignments folder. So if you click on the Family Oral History Project folder, you will see the instructions there. And again, as you can see, these instructions are very lengthy. The project is split into 3 very manageable parts. Review the instructions very carefully. Take your time and read each part of the project at your own pace. And please post any questions you may have about the project in the class questions forum. Before we discuss the work of this week that will start the Family Oral History Project, I want to remind you that the persuasive argumentative essay is due by the end of the day on October 18th. If you have difficulty submitting your essay to the Turnitin link at the top of the assignments list in the Week 8 folder, please email me a Word or Google Doc or a PDF attachment of your essay and I'll submit it for you. Now, to begin the Oral History Family Project, you will complete journal entry number 8, an introduction to oral history. To complete this journal entry, follow these steps. Review the oral history project instructions. Focus on part 1 and part 2 of the project. Next, view the Oral History Center's video, What is an Oral History?, which is 3 minutes and 43 seconds long, and read the section, What is Oral History?, from the Smithsonian Institution's archives, How to Do Oral History. Then respond to the following questions in your journal entry. After reviewing the resources from Step 1 and Step 2, how would you define oral history? Why do you think oral history is important? Why do you think an oral history project might be important for your family? What do you hope to gain from this family oral history project? What questions do you have about conducting an oral history? What problems, issues do you foresee with this project? How might these problems or issues be resolved? And this journal entry is worth 10 points and is due by the end of the day on October 18th. Next, participate in discussion forum number 8, interviewing family members. For this discussion forum, follow these steps. 1, read Conducting Oral Histories with Family Members from the National Museum of African American History and Culture. 2, respond to these writing prompts adapted from Conducting Oral Histories with Family Members. In your first paragraph of your discussion forum response, make a list of what you already know about your family, origins, significant stories and events, and so on. In your second paragraph, write down a list of what you want to know. Ask yourself, what are the gaps that exist in our family story? Then in your third paragraph, identify the family members who can shed light on your family history and who are accessible and available to sit down for an interview. Also, write about the background research you might do before and after the interview. Perhaps you'll examine family photos, locate vital records, documents, newspaper clippings, journals, or any other written or visual documentation you can find. Or perhaps you'll research the time periods or eras that your family member has lived through. If so, where will you get this information? When replying to appear in this forum, you may offer encouraging words of support, ask questions, or make connections to your own response to the writing prompts. This discussion forum is worth 10 points, and your main post is due by the end of the day on October 19th, and your reply to appear is due by the end of the day on October 20th. Lastly, I'd like to point out that the complete schedule has been uploaded to All About English 101. Please feel free to print out a copy for your records. Well, that's it for now. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to contact me. There will be no virtual office hour on Thursday this week due to a scheduling conflict. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.